Hi guys, BanryuTV here. Today I'm updating my Blade and Soul Blade Dancer guide, this time for the P2W build, which involves blue books. So let me first explain the basics in case you haven't watched the previous video. For PVE you want to stack crit damage and crit rate, as well as AP, and these are the main stats that you need. For the Soul Badge you can use the Lightning Flash one or Enhanced Fatal Blade, and also this one or the purple version better. So shields you can use Profane and Carry, which is what I use, and when you want a PvP you swap to full Profane for the critical debuff resistance. Make sure you get all the accessories with 3 skill slots skills and 2 for the build. And when possible you want to get the best accessories you can to min-max, but it's not necessary if it costs too much for you. Next, for the soul core I'm using the infernal one, but if you want to prioritize survivability you can use the Poharan one or the Gubong one if you only do PvE. So the build I'm using is one I created for myself so that I can boss PvE and PvP without having to change anything of the skill slots. Now let's look at the skills I'm using. So these are the skills I'm using. This one I got from the free purple one. It's nice to recover chi. You can get the blue version if you want, 3 recovery. Stormcleave, your important PvE skill. By the way, this is a lightning build. I'm using this one for the knockdown, this one for the lightning electric surges, this one to save my party, this one for PvP for the focus recovery. This one, which works both in PvP and PvE, so it's nice. This one for 1 focus cost and 3 seconds cool knockdown. This one because I'm using Stormcleave, so I needed the cooldown reduction version. Red blue one to recover like 8 chi over time, which is very important if you do the lightning build. And this one to escape a grab, this one for right click AoE damage, just for when a destroyer or something grabs the mob and it gives you infinite chi, or you want to kill some stuff AoE. This one to stack bleeds, because if you don't bleed the bosses they regen HP, which is useful in solo content as well as group content if you don't have a bleed stacker. Basically just left click when the bleed stacks run out. It's annoying to do, so I don't always do it, but it's still helpful. This one to cancel like Assassin's 2 spell, counter attack, very useful in PvP. Ignore if you don't PvP. This one, 5-point strike, useful in PvP as well, because you can knock them up with this and use the soul core while keeping them in the air, which I kill them, which works very well. Focus recovery, useful both PvP and PvE. Basically gives you infinite chi for yourself as well as for your allies when you grab something. And this one for the lightning build. Now let me explain. All the books I have are optional. If you don't PvP you don't need them. The only books for PvE that you are mandatory is Stormcleave, Electric Pierce Connection, Lightning Flash cooldown reduction, and Flaming Scourge, and the Blue Raid as well, which is pretty good for the chi recovery. The others are optional, you don't need them. You can get this is called HM block, so you can get it. Very useful to survive against both special mechanics, like Bohran's Liver, but it's not mandatory. If you just want to save costs, just play Flaming Scourge, Raid, Electric Pierce Connection and Stormcleave, that's all you need. The rest of them are optional. Now the only difference is if you make a pure PvE build, you change 5-point strike days to Thunderstorm, which is this one. Let me check where my X spell is. Thunder Slash, which is actually a blue skill, so a green skin. No, it's blue. Wait, is that a blue skill or a green skin? Confused. And that looks like a blue skill, okay. So you can get the Thunder Slash. No, it's actually a green skin, okay. Well, you can save even more costs if you just do PvE, just place Thunder Slash. But since I'm playing both PvP and PvE, and I want an overall build, I'm using the Daze version to knock people up. Also works in PvE because you don't need that many electric surges and you can daze the boss if necessary, if somebody messes up or something. Useful to CC. Now I've done the items. So items you get either HP if you just or if you want a different PvP build, or just get crit damage, crit rate, and stack them up to get max. So as you can see, as I've got like an average crit and crit damage for the PvE, which is nice. For PvE, PvP, make sure you get the full profane set because it gives debuff resistance, and your blood books will give you additional debuff resistance and debuff accuracy, which will be very useful. For PvP, you also need piercing, which will penetrate defense, and accuracy, which will make sure they don't dodge. So defense is also very good, but you still need crit rate, crit damage, so you don't really have to make a separate build. You can still make an overall build by stacking crit damage and crit rate, because it still helps you kill people in PvP. Also piercing is pretty good, so you penetrate their defense and do damage. Otherwise, if somebody has full defense, if you have like 0 piercing, you won't do anything. Well, 775 in this scenario. Also, bosses on live had like a minimum piercing stat that you would have, like 15%, but now it doesn't show, so we don't know what stat you need. So I don't know how much piercing you need for PvE bosses, but the more you get, the more useful it is in PvP, I guess. Which is why for the soul badge stats, you can reroll for accuracy, piercing or HP, and critical damage, which is here. Reset effect until you get what you want. So yeah, you can also get crit rate if you don't get crit damage, both works. But I noticed crit damage is harder to stack, so I would prioritize that one, because these psyches give like a lot of crit rate power and psyche. So once you get the accessory you want, like with good stats, you just spam power and psyche or something, so you get a good crit rate. As you can see, it doesn't give too much crit damage, so I'll go for the crit rate instead. And preferably get crit damage from the items, or both if you're a whale. Now let me show you the basic combos. Basically, you use this, it goes up, you keep them in the air, and to use this. Other than that, for PvE, it's very simple. You can do V, then keep attacking. You see the stacks that are stacking up. Once it's 20, you can use Fatal Blade. But to make sure this Fatal Blade crits, you would have to use the Whirlwind Scourge to boost your crit rate by 30%. Also, this Fatal, so it's a wait. And now it is back, but we lost our stacks. Yeah, this is the cooldown, so it has more than 20 seconds actually. So I use this and now it should crit. Oh, I see it has 45 seconds cooldown. I see. Well, since it has so much cooldown, I prefer Lightning Flash as soul badge than the other one. It would do 99% more damage, but there's still 45%, 45 seconds cooldown, which is huge. So yeah, to buy the blue books, you need to wait for them to be at low price, and these are all the blue books I bought when some of them were cheap. For example, this one I got scammed. It's like 900 now, so you can check all the blue books. I tested this one, it does not work when the opponent is down and presses 2, it doesn't do anything, so don't buy it. I got scammed with this as well. This one works, so it's fine. So yeah. Also you can buy the Mystic Badge. I tried to gamble for it, but I got scammed. So it's probably better to just buy a Mystic Badge. Blue or purple one. And as you can see, I got Stormcleave when it was cheap, so I waited a long time for that. But for the other books, I wasted a lot of money. Also, the Soul Core, if you find one with crit rate, that's nice to have. Gubong or the other one. Next, you can get some psyches. I mean, what's it called? Shield primers here. You need 10 of them. I don't have gold, so I'm not buying them. And basically get some crit rate or crit damage. Where is it? Critical soul. So here is 63 crit rate. Wait, you can't actually get crit damage. Crit rate. Viridian shield base. Wait, that's interesting. You can't actually get crit damage or what? Oh, you cannot actually get critical damage from the primers. That's interesting. Which means that critical damage on items is more important, because you cannot get primers to get the crit damage on the crit rate. So yeah, prioritize crit damage on items, and preferably both crit rate and crit damage. Or if you can't get crit damage, just get crit rate. Next up, it's also simple. You put your psyche. Here I got 197 crit rate, which is nice. You can get it better. And you also do the same here. Manage equipment, augment, and place some psyches, which you can buy or farm, I don't know how. And anyways, everything is sold in the F5 shop, so buy what you need. You can also put items in favorites, so you can't quickly check them like this. So do that if you want a specific item. For Mantra stones, if you have a good item, better put many blue stones in it. It gives you something like this. For example, 7% chance to recover 24% focus on skill rate, which is nice to recover chi, for example. And I put green ones, you see 5% chance to deal 1% or whatever. As minor boosts, I don't want to waste money on it, just put green ones, they're easy to get by just playing. So get random stats like this. Your books also give you random stats, and upgrading this thing gives better stats, but it's like a very small increase, so don't waste your money on that. Until +2, it's 100% chance to again get +2 and then stop. And did we do everything? So let me explain. For this 3 skill, when you upgrade it, gives you back focus, and this skill, the 2 one, gives you like 8 focus back over time. +2, +2, +2. See? So I'm gonna explain all the basic skills in case you're a new player. This one is this reflect one. It reflects for 0.5 seconds if somebody hits you, most attacks. Press F, it gives 3 attacks. And the one spell knocks down. The one spell from afar knocks down as well, because I got the upgrade. So I can do something like a combo for a triple knockdown. For example, you stay away like this, 4 meters. You get close, you knock down and knock down again, and it will guarantee that the monster or boss gets knocked down, because then you can grab it and use your spells, etc., because you have the focus chi regen. You can also use the C spell for lots of damage or getting into the stance. You can use this if you wanna AoE or if somebody grabbed it. If you press Z, it gives you a lot of focus, so it's also useful against AoE mobs if you wanna clean them up quickly. So yeah, 20 stacks you can use this, and also the more stacks you have, the more damage your V does. And so now if you're doing the animation properly, you see here the stacks. If you did the animation properly, you will get +2 stacks. So you can also practice or make a macro to learn your animation cancel. Or in game you can check if you get 2 points, it means you're doing the animation properly. So this is called the animation cancel, and it's very important if you play Lightning BD. If you cannot do this animation cancel, it's better to just go wind build, because most of the time you just hold right click and then press F. I didn't test the wind build, but you can check good strong wind build players. For example this one, and check what skills he's using for the wind build. So as you can see, it's easy to stack blue skills on it. And you can actually do the same thing with the lightning build if you don't like some blue spell books I'm using or don't want to waste money on them. Just stack lightning flash cooldown reduction, like this guy stacked Wind Sever, basically use the same books. I'm not doing it because we don't have a blue lightning flash cooldown reduction, so I don't think it's worth it. Stacking green books, it's too little damage boost in my opinion. I'd rather get some good blue books, which will be more useful in PvP. So yeah, you can copy his build and get the blue books that he's using, and if it's purple. If you wanna play Wind, play Dancer, also copy his items. And as you can see, he's using the psyches and primers for boosting his stats. And like I said, you need to stack crit rate, crit damage, which is exactly what he's doing, why his damage is so high. So he's got only crit rate and crit damage items, which gives him a massive amount of crit rate and crit damage. For the lightning items, you can copy this guy's items. He has worse stats. But as you can see, he's stacking or trying to stack lightning flash cooldown reduction. And he's using the other C version that I'm not using because I don't think this is useful in PvP. But if you play PvE only, I guess you can use them. So this guy's got a PvE build, which is what I was talking about. So he's using Thunder Slash. And I see he's using the Fatal Blade version. So yeah, if you want to stack Lightning Flash, it's actually better to buy the purple book and stack it. Which is much more powerful than stacking the green book. So I think I covered everything. Let me double check. And yeah, if you get a better item, you can actually extract the skills with Valor Stones. For example, cost 30 and 4 gold for purple book. So don't be shy and use your skill books even if you don't have a perfect item. Just don't waste your valor stones. And once you get a better item, just extract the skills and put it back on. And yep, I did everything. So most items, everything you can buy on the F5 shop except for these soul shields, so go farm them. So 3 carry and 8 profane for PvP. The alternative is Brightstone runes, soul shields, but that's a lot of farming to do, not worth it. And once you have good stats, you can spam Poha run or something after you do your dailies. So yeah, I think I covered everything. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments, and I will post some PvP footage in the future. Just recording some stuff. You can check how I play in PvP. Alright, cheers. Wrong emote. Alright, let me know in the comments if you have any questions, if I forgot something, and you can also check the previous Blade Dancer free-to-play guide. If you don't have any divine gems to buy blue books and just want a basic guide which works both PvP and PvE. And this is the more pay-to-win version where you have to spend a lot of divine gems, like 10,000 to get all the skill books you need. Maybe let me just do a full rotation just so you check. So keep attacking like this, making sure you do the animation properly. Once you run out of focus or something, you use raid. And additionally, you can use 3 if you run out of focus. Which will give you back 3 or 5 focus, depending if you have the blue book or purple book. And if you are using the pure PvE build with X as Sunder's slash, then just use X in between for more electric surges. That's the only difference really. Also block with RMB, and if you wanna do AoE damage, just press tab and press E and then do it. And preferably when you use Fatal Blade, activate your Whirling Scourge if it's not on cooldown. Otherwise you can just use it and hope it crits. And you keep going. You can also CC like this, but it's slow, so don't recommend doing that. Better just jump away and press 1, 1 and 3. Or if you don't have any chi, you can press 3, 1 and 1. I think I've covered everything. If this video helped you, make sure to like and subscribe, and see you guys later for more content. Bye bye.